Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. As you can see from the beginning of the video, I'm kind of switching up intros right now, and I'm kind of trying to decide which one that I like best. But you guys let me know which ones that you like best in the comments below. I don't know if my comments are on or off right now. YouTube randomly turns off comments for some reason, and there isn't really anything I can do about it. If possible though, let me know which intro you guys like the best. But to get started in today's video, today I'm going to be talking about 5 things to know before getting a hamster. So I have owned hamsters for 3 years. So I do have lots of experience with them. I have owned different species of hamsters. I haven't owned all 5 domesticated species yet, but I do plan on, and I really hope that I do get to, especially Chinese hamsters. I personally think that they're a little weird, but they also look kind of interesting at the same time. But yeah, so in today's video, I'm basically going to be talking about 5 things to know before getting a hamster. The first thing is cage size. So even though hamsters are small animals, does not mean that them living in small cages is appropriate for them. So in North America and Canada, the bare minimum of any hamster cage should be at least 450 square inches. I personally recommend cages that are at least 600 square inches to 800 square inches. Personally, from my experience, those cages have worked best for the hamsters' overall activity, and they have shown a lot less boredom behaviors once I upgraded to my current Night Angel cage, which is 960 square inches. The reason why cage space is so important for hamsters is because, number one, hamsters are nocturnal / crepuscular, so during the day they sleep, and then between dawn and dusk is when they are awake. And when they are awake, they are running on their wheels, playing around in their cage, and kind of just like burrowing and exploring around. And when you have a cage that is for example, a cage sold in the pet store, hamsters will most likely not be showing the normal behaviors that they will show in a larger enclosure, and because of the lack of space, it can increase their stress as well. A lot of people think that these behaviors are normal, like biting on the bars, climbing the cage, and pacing throughout the cage. A lot of people think that those behaviors are normal, but they are actually from the hamster being stressed because of being in too small of an environment. Also, even though it does look like having a large cage can be very expensive, honestly, it kind of depends on how you're getting the cage. I got mine. Night Angel cages do tend to be more expensive because they aren't homemade. Bin cages, though, can cost up to $30 to $40, which is actually how much money is spent on like a Tiny Tails cage or a Critter Trail, or literally any hamster cage sold in the pet store. It will be between $30 to $40, so basically the same as a bin cage. And the difference is that bin cages will create more space. Tiny Tails cages and Critter Trail cages will make your hamster be stressed and show lots of boredom behaviors, so there is definitely a big difference between the two. I love bin cages. I have had a bin cage before for my past hamster, Stormy, and he loved it. He was definitely showing a lot more natural hamster behavior, such as burrowing and running on his wheel a lot more, and just overall he was actually out doing normal stuff that hamsters do during the night, and I got to see him a couple times, which I thought that was really cool. just like seeing him explore the cage and play around, it was really interesting. The second thing to know when getting a hamster is the proper accessories that you want to buy. A lot of people don't know this, but many accessories sold in pet stores can be very dangerous towards hamsters, such as wire and mesh wheels, hamster balls, even different types of bedding such as pine, cedar, and scented beddings, and a lot of other toys are just, you would want to stay away from them. But there are lots of toys that are safe for hamsters and that are natural, which I personally find natural to be the best toys for hamsters. I get these at my local pet store at the reptile area, or I just search like cork logs, grapevine wood online, and you will come up with like a lot of great searches. These are for reptiles, but hamsters can use them as well. And even going to websites such as nightangel.com. I might put in a couple more links in the description bar, or places that you can go to get good hamster toys. But I personally think that natural is best, but there are so many options that you can choose from that are not only fun but also safe. Also, keep in mind that a hamster's wheel is very important. You need to make sure that the size is correct. For dwarf hamsters, it should be around a 9-inch. For Syrians and Chinese hamsters, it should be a 11 to 12-inch wheel. And for robos, honestly, an 8-inch to 9-inch would be best for them too. Another important thing to put in your hamster's cage is bedding. Bedding is super important because hamsters are natural ground dwellers, which means that they burrow actually like over 3 feet into the ground, which is a lot considering a hamster is a tiny little fluffy ball, basically. That is a lot of burrowing. And a hamster can't exactly do that in 2 inches of bedding, which most people do put in their hamster cages, which is why it's important to put at least 8 inches of bedding in. 8 to 10 inches. I do 10 to 12 inches in Barb's cage because Barb burrows all the time, and that's mainly where she sleeps, in her bedding, in her hideout. So I definitely think that that is a very important thing to add in your hamster's enclosure. 2 more things that are very important to add to your hamster's enclosure are a hideout and sand bath. These 2 are important because for a hideout, this is an important area where your hamster can feel safe if they're feeling scared, or just where they can sleep and burrow. And a sand bath is important because hamsters cannot get wet, or they can possibly go into shock and die, which is very bad. So sand is basically like what a hamster can use to eliminate certain oils off of their skin. And it's basically like them washing themselves, but instead of water, it's sand. So a sand bath is very important to add to your hamster's cage. The third thing to know about hamsters is that they are 100% solitary. So housing multiple hamsters can be very dangerous. It can, your hamsters can end up fighting, and sometimes fighting can get so bad that one of your hamsters can end up passing away. I know a lot of people say that they're very careful with it, but it's still not a good idea, because then you are risking one of your hamsters, well, even both of your hamsters' lives. Doesn't matter what species they are, all hamsters are solitary, especially Chinese and Syrian hamsters. Dwarf hamsters, a lot of people think that are social, but they can also end up fighting too, so it's just not a good idea to house multiple hamsters together. The fourth thing to note is that hamsters are omnivores, which means that they eat a variety of grains, nuts, vegetables, proteins, animal proteins, seeds, and a lot of other stuff too. You obviously, if you are feeding them something, you need to check that it's safe. I buy my seed mixes on Etsy right now. I actually have the Sunburst hamster food, which is probably one of the only good foods sold. Obviously there are lots on Etsy, and that's one of the places where I recommend getting a hamster safe seed mix. There are so many varieties of them, and most of them I would say are a good 10 out of 10. And the last and final fifth thing is about vet care. You need to be able to pay for that if your hamster ends up getting sick, which commonly happens, especially to female hamsters. You can't ignore your hamster's health issues, or they could end up passing away. If you can't afford it, honestly, that is your responsibility, and you need to make sure that you can pay for your pet's vet care and anything that they're going to need in their lives, because most likely you may have a couple vet trips, and you should definitely be prepared for that. But anyways, that is all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and if you did, make sure to like the video, subscribe, and hit that gray bell right next to the subscribe button so you guys don't miss a single video that I upload. I really hope that I begin to post more, upload more, specifically on YouTube. It definitely takes a lot of discipline to be able to post every single week, and especially every single day, on a specific day. And that's what I'm planning to do. This video will be up by Saturday, hopefully. I don't even know when, but hopefully it will be Saturday. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! So I might have edited that whole thing cringing the whole time, but I don't care. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, but I did make this last part to let you know that I am going to be uploading on Friday, which is today. Tomorrow I won't be able to, so I'm going to upload it a day early, but regularly I'm hoping that I will be uploading once a week on Saturday. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and if you did, make sure to like the video, subscribe, and hit that gray bell right next to the subscribe button. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a good day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!